Evening folks, just all posting a video went through one of Silver's earlier sections in brief instructions. It's the short sword against the light weapon, section 13. I'll put the word down below, but I'll go through it step by step. The reason why I'm drawing attention to this is because it's something we've found that if you follow Silver's principles in general, this happens. We found a long time ago, and going through it again, we found again tonight that this is something that we automatically did by following the principles. It's interesting that Silver wrote it down, again I assume to illustrate the point and to understand that people will do this a lot. Section 13, so it starts. If two fight and both lie upon the true guardant fight, and that one of them will needs seek to win the half sword by pressing in, they may safely do, for upon that fight the half sword may safely be won, but he that first comes in must first go out, and that presently. So basically what he's saying is, if two people are in two guards and they're fighting each other, one of you is going to have to break distance. Somebody's going to have to come in and try and hit. Okay, otherwise what happens, and again Silver does mention this, nothing happens for a very, very long time, as everybody's trying to win the distance, win the place, or gain the place. So eventually, what he's saying is that if we're both in two gardens, one of you may break distance enough to come into place, to gain the place and to attack. And the reason why it's safe is that he's going to attack on this side, somewhere on here. He's not going to attack this side. Well, he could, but he probably wouldn't. Okay. And as he does, either he'll hit me because I'm too slow, or as he comes in, we'll end up hitting each other's swords. And a sort of break, okay? Now this happens a lot. Anyone who fights under Silver's principles will recognise this a lot. What he's saying is that whoever broke distance, as they come in, had better be on their way out quick. Because he says, the one that first comes in must first go out. Otherwise his guard will be too wide above to defend his head, or if fit for that defence, then it will be too wide underneath to defend the thrust from his body, which things the patient's agent may do and fly out safe. So, if he comes in and attacks and doesn't immediately go out, again, because he's taller than me, his head's safe, but his body isn't. I can easily come under. I can come under and out, because as he comes in and breaks, we both break the sword, bang, and out. Or, comes in, break, broke down, so I can't, there's no point coming underneath because that's there, so his body's defended but his head isn't. So if he's not on his way out, I can hit. And that's all he's saying. All he's saying is that because you're both in two guard war, one of you can break distance and launch an attack. Now, because you're launching an attack, you're not quite in. If you do it correctly, he shouldn't be tying his hand to his feet, but he still has to step in to do it. So he's got to make sure he's just stepping in so that it attacks the first target he can get to. There's no point in stepping right in, like too close, because bad things are going to happen. So as he comes in, just take it slow. He's already seen, as he launched the attack, if it didn't move, he'd have hit, but he's still on his way out to stop this. Comes in, back. If I follow, I will then be in time with the foot, body and hand, which is going to be really silly because I'm dead. Just quickly, because he's taller, the defence will be quite high. If I want to come underneath, obviously I can easily just cover the swords for a second and then fly out. Finish up. Okay. The agent cannot avoid it because the moving of his feet to make this ward unequal to defend both parts in due time. So we can attack, but if he doesn't attack and get out quick, either upper or lower is going to be open for me, because he is now in time, or at least in time with hand, body and foot, but even worse, foot, body and hand. And I, so far, am pretty much on time with the hand still. Lead agent on his first entrance, his time by using his feet will be too long. So the patient age is when he first enters into his action, and the agent must be a force and have to do it, and therefore cannot avoid the offence aforesaid. Again, Silver's just making the point that because of what he's doing, he can safely move in and launch an attack, but he absolutely cannot stay in. That's all it is. And we found that as you're sparring with this, as you're playing with it, if you follow Silver's principles, this happens. So it's just one of the little sections that shows that, for me, once again, shows that Silver is given a specific instruction or a specific context to illustrate what happens when you fight with his principles. That's how we look at it. Tell me what you think. Thanks, guys.